All right, we back at it. Hey, what's up, y'all? AWB, I'm back at it. We're getting ready to do another stream. I got a few videos pulled up. Yeah, I'll wait for a couple people to drop in here before I get started. But I also wanted to say what I plan to do, not on this stream, but another stream. I'm gonna go over all my polls and talk about y'all thoughts on these polls that I posted. So whatever you pick, because I give 4 choices in each one of my polls, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about my choice and the choice that y'all make. So let's see what we got pulled up. But before we start any of that, I just want to say, if you haven't already, go ahead and grab my book. This is it right here. Hold on. So this is my book. It's on Amazon. Eyes on Authority: How to Hold Public Servants Accountable from the Streets to the Screen. Document the Fight for Freedom. So this is just a book basically telling you how to go about exercising your rights, and just education on what your rights are, and know that you're not doing something wrong when you decide to record your experience in public businesses or public buildings. I shouldn't say public businesses. I just say public buildings. Yeah, so can't wait to see if we get a couple people in here. If not, we'll go ahead and still get started. I think it. So we're gonna start right here. This is Dr. Insanity's channel, and the title of this video is "When Racist Cops Realize They've Been Arrested." And this video was posted a year ago, and it got 6.5 million views.
Evil and racist cops have always been around, going around abusing their power on minority groups.
He saw this and he wanted to make a problem.
But what happens when these racist cops get caught in the act?
I'm on the same side as you.
No, you aren't.
Here are 3 examples of when racist cops are caught, starting with the shocking case of Kyle Erickson, who tried to frame a black suspect.
A little bit of weed.
On the 13th of March, 2018, Officer Kyle Erickson and his partner pulled over Jason Serrano and his friend for an apparent broken taillight. However, this stop ended up getting seriously out of hand when a cop tried to plant evidence.
The car smells like marijuana, so we're going to check it, all right?
Okay, and then what?
Then that's it. Then I got to make sure everything's good with your end. Just get the taillight fixed. There's nothing in the car. You'll be good to go. All right?
Immediately, the cops claim they can smell marijuana in the car and say that they're going to have to search it. Usually, a civilian has the right to refuse a search, but if the cops have probable cause to believe a suspect has committed a crime, they can bypass that right and search their property without consent. Smelling weed on the property technically counts as probable cause, and because it's impossible to dispute while looking at body cam footage, it's often used as a way for corrupt cops to easily begin a search without the suspect's permission or a warrant.
We need to check the car, so I need you to hop out.
Okay, I'm getting up.
Okay. Hang out with me.
I don't have nothing in my jacket. I'm not.
Okay, well, he's gonna check it.
I don't have nothing in.
my man.
No.
Relax.
I don't need to be.
This situation is about to escalate for no reason.
No, because I didn't do nothing.
It was in the car.
No, this is on me.
Relax.
It's my possession.
Relax. Relax.
Relax. Put that jacket down right now.
Put the jacket down.
It's not
Cuff him up.
Absolutely no reason that man should be on the ground right now.
For the rest of the body cam footage, Jason is left on the ground, handcuffed, and visibly in pain from the takedown. It took almost 20 minutes for an ambulance to arrive. It's unclear in the body cam footage, but with how much pain Jason is in, it's obvious that an unnecessary amount of force was used to take him down. So for the cops, this is just where the story begins, and you can see the exact moment reality sets in for them.
All right, searching the rest of the car. Actually, I'll let you check. Here, there's my flashlight. I'll stay with him.
The officers are fully aware that they've hurt Jason, and if their car turns up empty,
They say we gotta find something. So whenever they say something like that, you already know they have to find something.
all they've done is searched a car without a warrant and used excessive force to unlawfully detain a civilian. However, if they do find something illegal, then all of that should magically go away, as Jason and the driver go from civilians to criminals, and they're just helping bring them to justice. At this point, it's not necessarily just about race. They're trying to save themselves after making a violent mistake. Obviously, this is horribly corrupt, but nevertheless, the stakes are high for the cops. Their jobs are on the line, and they have to find something.
No, she has a proper documentation for the plates. Temporary registration is valid. Just ran her permit only. He doesn't have a driver's license. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just seeing my partner found anything yet.
See nothing.
Nothing?
After searching the entire vehicle for about 5 minutes, the cops turn up nothing, and they both start to seem more and more agitated. But here's where things start to take a dark and shady turn. When the officers fail to turn up anything, they decide to get a little creative.
See nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of weed.
Without even trying to hide it from his camera, the detective places a small bud of marijuana in the cup holder of the vehicle where he's already checked.
Unbelievably terrible. Why would a cop do this? Why would you do this?
Multiple times. The way the officer does this without even trying to hide it implies that he's almost certain that this will never come back to haunt them, and even suggests that this might not be his first time doing it either. In fact, the way the cops have been talking to each other the entire time indicates that this might just be a regular step in their process.
You good? Good?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the cops have a case against Jason. During the stop, they smelled marijuana in the car. Jason became combative after they asked to search it, so they took him down and searched the car, where they found not only a small piece in the cup holder, but even flakes in his jacket. This is the story that Jason was taken to trial over, and he was charged with marijuana possession, resisting arrest, and obstructing governmental administration. It took over 2 years for this body cam footage to emerge, and only then would Jason's charges be dropped. Predictably, no charges were brought against the officers, but it did raise an important question. What else has been caught on these cameras that's being hidden from us? This is why some people feel it's important to record their interactions with police themselves, just like this black police graduate did when he was confronted by these two officers blatantly racially profiling him.
We see some ID.
No, what for?
I just asked you.
What's your probable cause to ask me for ID?
It does not have a handicap placard.
Read the plate, man. You don't even know what you're talking about. DV, that's disabled veteran plate. We can park in handicapped spots.
Let me see some ID, please.
No.
The man recording is a graduate of the nearby police academy and was wearing full gear and uniform, including his duty belt with a loaded weapon. Because he's police academy certified, he's completely within his right to wear the gear, but the officers aren't buying it. So the graduate tells them to run his name through TCOL, an agency that, amongst other things, keeps track of every police officer in Texas. If the graduate is cleared to wear his gear, TCOL will prove it.
Run it. Run it. Call T-Cole. You have no justification of probable cause to run up on me. Yeah. Why? You detaining me?
I don't want you to get hit by cars.
No. Then my question is, are you detaining me?
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so then don't tell me where to go. He's not too smart because first of all, even you know, if I have disabled veteran plate, I can park in a handicapped spot. Even you know that. No, they didn't just change that. It's been that way.
The problem the officers had was that the graduate was parking in a handicapped spot without displaying a parking permit. But his car has a disabled veteran plate, a license plate given to many Army veterans who've made a bodily sacrifice during their active duty. Owning the plate lets you park in handicapped spots without a permit. This is fairly common knowledge across America, especially for cops. But it seems that these officers forgot about it here, and the graduate thinks he knows why.
He just saw this, and he saw this, and he wanted to make a problem. That's your reputation there, Joshua. Come on, man. Yes, it is. How many black officers you got? One.
Yeah, we don't have one right now.
One.
Yeah, but,
I know. And you barely let him in.
It's difficult to disagree with the graduate. They had absolutely no reason to stop the graduate and demand his ID. Maybe a new recruit could forget about.
Hey, sorry for interrupting. Isn't that annoying? What if I told you there was a way to get rid of ads like this forever? It's
the veteran plates, but this man is actually a police captain and has many years of police service under his belt. Evidently in a department with next to no black representation. Eventually, the officers return to tell him he's free to go, but the graduate isn't leaving before saying one last thing.
You know, you're feeling small now, aren't you?
No, that's it.
You shouldn't run up on people. You have no probable cause. If you wanted to follow me and run my plate, you could have done that.
Talk to anybody?
No, well, I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you. That's right. I already told you that. Waste my time and you. You're supposed to be a captain, and you don't know the disabled plates have a right to park in a parking spot. And you violating people's rights, running up on them without probable cause. I'm in a uniform doing the same thing for you for free. So what? I don't care what he thinks. I'm a graduate and I have T-Code certification. Certification. Yes, I do. That's when you checked it. Says who? My certification doesn't say expired. You want it to be expired because you see brown skin. So take a walk. Walk of shame, Captain. Don't ever you run up on me again. Do you understand? And learn the law, and you better have probable cause before you run up on somebody in uniform. You don't have no reasonable suspicion because I'm on the same side as you.
No, you aren't.
I'm a graduate of the police academy, okay? Just like you years ago. You probably couldn't even pass the test. Right now, you go. You get going.
Getting into fights with other uniformed police officers definitely isn't the best look for a police captain, especially after racially profiling that very same officer. And because the graduate was filming the entire thing himself, he was able to show the city manager, and that very same afternoon, it was revealed that the captain was no longer working for the police department.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, it's extremely rare for cops to actually be reprimanded after behavior like this, as is obvious in the case of Montre Little. In this case, the cop not only lied and threatened Montre, but he even cost the city $75,000 and still got away with no punishments. On July 15, 2018, Montre and his friend were pulled over by the police. The stop started out normal, but quickly evolved into a perfect display of how cops will try to force you into a false confession through corruption and, in this case, racism.
What's going on, guys?
Not much.
Is this your car?
Well, it's a rental right now. My car's in the shop.
Okay. Did something break down?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. You guys just came from over at the park, right?
Yeah, we just hanging out.
That's it? Is this your car?
I just told you my car's in the shop, officer. This is a rental.
Okay. How do you start it?
What do you mean? I just put my foot on the brake and I put it in drive and I
Okay.
drive, officer.
At first, this may seem like a harmless question, But asking the driver, Montre Little, how to start the car essentially implies that the cop thinks he stole it. If Montre was unfamiliar with the vehicle, he would have likely struggled to remember how to start it. And if he fumbled around a little before remembering, it could imply he was under the influence. But Montre kept his composure and passes this first test totally fine. The cop, however, still isn't impressed and decides to take things further by tricking Montre into giving his property over.
So it's your car, though? Did they give you a fob or something? My car, officer. Did they give you a key fob or something? Or? Yes, sir. Officer. Like, what does it do? Does it? You see, this should let you know that it's in. Okay. Do you have any weapons on you or in the car? No, officer. Okay, can I be honest with you? It smells like marijuana in the car, and I can see shake on the ground. Your buddy's giving me the idea that maybe he's got a gun. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think. How? I don't know. Just the way. I mean, just the way you're holding yourself, man. Like, that's why we're nervous, man. That's it.
Not only did the officer mislead Montre into giving the keys over, but he's also suddenly decided he can smell marijuana in the vehicle, and based purely on a hunch that the passenger is hiding a weapon. Both of these things, especially the marijuana smell, are often used as a reason to search the vehicle, bypassing the need for consent by the property owner. The speed and order in which the officer works here is extremely suspicious. Confiscating the keys without even mentioning it implies that he already decided he was going to search the vehicle, and that he was trying to make Montre feel helpless or even threatened. Emotions you can clearly see on his face as they're stolen from him.
Go ahead and step out, Montre. Yep, I just told you why. 3 times. You want me to recap again? I mean, I told you I'm a cop. Face the car when you step out. Face the car when you step out. Face the car when you step out. Don't flex. Don't flex. I don't know what you're doing, man, but you need to knock that off. Stop pulling on your arms. What's going on, dude? Where are you trying to get? What are you doing, dude? Officer, I'm not doing nothing to you. Well, you're making me think something funny's going on, man. Okay, so slide over here. I mean, your heart is thumping, dude. Like, you're beating. Officer, don't, please.
Everything the cop has done and said so
Absolutely insane. Could you imagine having to go through this in your car? Coming or going from wherever you just came from, and you're not committing any crimes, and this is what you deal with based off of profiling. They might not profile you just because you're black. They might have profiled you because you looked, you just had a different look to you, or whatever imaginary thing they come up with could possibly lead to you being in this situation. It's crazy.
far is textbook in terms of corruption. This is obviously a serious event for Montre, but the cop is deliberately trying to be lighthearted and jovial about the whole thing, using words such as funny and silly to purposefully seem condescending. He also mentions that Montre's heart is beating fast and that he seems nervous. Another classic observation that appears time and time again in these cases. Think back to the stop of Marion Humphrey, whose truck was searched for the sole reason that he seemed nervous. Innocent civilians such as Montre will always feel anxious or even angry in this situation, and it's an easy observation for cops to make to detain them and obtain probable cause, which is exactly what the cop did.
And the thing is, they feed off of that.
Let's try woman. Short hair.
Cool. And a guy?
Easy, right?
On LTX.
They feed on you being nervous or uncomfortable in that situation. They enjoy that. That feels good for them. And if you don't show them that you're threatened or you feel like you're in danger, or it's like they do even more to make you feel that way.
The search uncovered nothing illegal in Montre's car, but the cop kept him in the back of his patrol vehicle. This is where things start to get really shady.
I did everything you asked me to, officer. You thought there was a weapon. There's no weapon. We wasn't doing anything wrong, officer. I'm not sure why you pulled me over. That's your rental. Everything is fine. There's no breaking taillight or nothing, officer. I did nothing wrong with you.
Did I make anything up when I said the car smelled like marijuana?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Hold on.
Because there was nobody smoking in the car.
Is there marijuana shake on the floor of the car?
Officer, that was cigarette ash, okay? You didn't find no marijuana.
I'm not charging you with marijuana. But here's what. If you want me to be real with you, like I want you to be real with me for a second. Like, did I make?
Of course, he's not charging you with marijuana, and the reason is because he didn't have any.
That up.
I believe so, officer.
Okay, so you want me to just write you the ticket for the stuff that I had to write you tickets for?
Yeah.
If you think that I'm lying, like, then we'll go to court and we'll talk about it then.
Okay.
Or do you want to just be real with me and I'll be real with you?
Wow, officer.
Montre is being aggressively.
If a cop tell you to be real with them, that just means that they're looking for every way to get over on you.
Backed into a corner. The cop obviously knows that he's done something wrong. He's only trying to get Montre to forget about it and move past it without further incident. When he doesn't, the cop threatens him by saying he'll write up the ticket and he'll have to take it to court, where it'll essentially be Montre versus the world. It's also important to remember that cops are allowed to lie and use deceptive tactics to extract a confession. If Montre had told him that he didn't make up the smell, then in a weird, twisted way, he essentially just admitted to possessing illegal drugs. Luckily, Montre maintained his story and was reluctantly let go by the cops. Just days later, Montre sued the city and after a year of fighting, reached a settlement of $75,000 based on an unlawful traffic stop and warrantless search. The cop was removed from patrol duty, but not fired, despite leading one of the most callous displays of corruption ever caught on camera. But the police are extremely good at one-upping themselves when it comes to corruption. Take, for example, the time when 2 Californian cops essentially kidnapped a man eating lunch in his own car.
What's going on?
You live around here?
Hey, don't touch.
Relax, bro. Relax. Hey, you match the description of somebody, okay, that just committed a burglary in the area. Okay, you're on camera, so don't step out the car.
Is your body cam on?
It's on.
Yes,
it's on.
Step on out, dude.
We'll explain everything to you, okay? Just step out of the car. Step out of the car.
I'm not stepping out of the car.
You're being detained for a burglary investigation, okay, sir? So step out.
No.
Do you live in the area?
I'm not answering any questions. I want my lawyer.
Okay, step out of the car. You're being detained right now. All right? Step out of the car.
Firstly, the suspect named Jamal Williams does everything right. He tells the cops he's not answering any questions until he has a lawyer. Unfortunately for him, though, the cops aren't having any of it because he matches the description of a suspect that technically gives them the right to detain him while they investigate further. What's interesting is that the only description the cops had was that it was a black male wearing all black in his early 20s, possibly a red t-shirt underneath. Jamal.
Do you know how broad that description is? That's crazy. That's the description they use. A black man wearing all black. Or wearing... Get out of here.
Is 40 years old, wearing a red hoodie and gray sweatpants. It's also incredibly hard to punish cops for detaining someone that doesn't match that description, as they could just say they thought he did. In general, the system is very lackluster, but it shouldn't necessarily harm or bother Jamal. Not unless the cops do this.
Sir, step on out, dude. Sir.
Look at him. Going in his car. This is criminal. What he's doing right now is criminal.
You're on camera, dude, so don't...
He looks like a criminal doing it. And that should tell you, like, he knows that this is criminal. He looks like a criminal while he's doing it because he's committing a crime right now. And they both know that they are.
Don't do anything dumb, okay?
Hold on. I'm gonna get this on camera.
Go ahead, you can record. Step out of the car, please.
It's being aggressive.
Hey, stop resisting, dude.
Stop resisting.
I'm just...
Why are you... No, man. Okay. Call your supervisor. 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 Stop, dude. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. I'm gonna chase you, dude.
Look at this. Look at his face right here. Could you imagine being in a situation like this? Completely terrible. Look at this criminal all in his car trying to. It basically looked like they're trying to steal his car.
Yeah, I'm calling the supervisor. I got. Give me your hand. I don't give you consent to touch me. Don't reach. I don't give you consent to touch me. Don't reach. I don't give you consent. Handcuff.
I took two things that I love, dancing and dogs, and I made them into a successful business. Hi.
Initially, Jamal showed no signs of aggression and no signs of resisting. He was just trying to open his phone to record the interaction for his own safety. Nevertheless, the cop immediately said he's being aggressive as Jamal was willingly stepping out of the car.
Step out of the car, please.
He's being aggressive.
This obviously frustrated Jamal, and he later admitted from then he did try and stay inside the vehicle. But the amount of force the cops used from here on was completely unwarranted. One cop even pulled a taser and threatened to use it on Jamal, despite him posing no actual threat. Jamal is then handcuffed and kept face down on the tarmac while multiple other patrol vehicles arrive at the scene. For a man guilty of nothing other than eating his lunch, that sure is a lot of cops.
If we take these off, are you going to cause a problem? Are you going to kick any windows out, anything like that?
And what's crazy is my middle name is Jamal. So when I this could be me in a situation like this, I truly do.
I don't answer questions. You can leave them on then, that's fine.
That's fine.
Which one do you want to stand him up and get into a car? Just leave him here until fire season real quick, make it easy.
He doesn't want to walk. He doesn't want to answer questions. He wants to. Is your first name Jamal? That's who the car is.
I don't give you consent to go in my car and check my car. I don't give you consent to check my car. You're violating my Fourth Amendment constitutional rights. So I think we should move forward and try at least get on the back seat.
Yeah, that's fine. What's your name, guys? Now, why are you guys kidnapped? I can't talk to you until you help me out. Tell me, why am I being kidnapped? Let's say move you, we'll figure that out. I'll let you know. Find a car and put it in there. Okay. We'll talk when he gets here.
At this point, there are over a dozen cops at the scene, and Jamal is fully restrained in both handcuffs and leg wraps. He's also already been cleared to not be the suspect, yet he's still taken to the patrol car, fully restrained, and put in the back seat. It's also important to note that the cops were able to identify and clear Jamal by running his plates, something they could have done in secret before even approaching him. The worst part is that even after all of this, Jamal still wasn't free. He was cleared of the burglary charge, but he was in.
What do you say? We got a comment. You say Jamal should have pepper sprayed them. Look how they was acting with him already. If he would have pepper sprayed them, who knows if he would have even been able to survive this situation.
Instead hit with a felony charge of resisting arrest and taken to jail. Jamal later filed a formal complaint with the LA Sheriff's Department. But just as another example of how corrupt this system is, they were allowed to investigate themselves. And as you'd expect, they found no evidence of any wrongdoing. Months later, Jamal filed a civil rights lawsuit against the arresting officers. Unfortunately, though, the story remains much the same. The officers were investigated by a police lieutenant, and after analyzing the body cam footage, it was concluded that Jamal's actions turned the interaction confrontational, and that the arresting officers were courteous through.
That is crazy. This would piss me off even more.
Throughout the entire event, Jamal's charges were dropped.
So think about what his reaction is going to be, or whenever you, or the attitude he's going to have when he's dealing with police at all in the future.
Dropped, but no.
Why would he trust police after this?
No charges were brought against either of the cops.
This is how.
Hello. All right, I got another quick video I want to play. It's just a little quick video.
Hang out here for a second.
This is from the Lackluster channel, and was this a lawful detention? Or was this detention lawful? And you're gonna see cops messing with some kids for no reason.
Yeah. Why? Because I want to talk to you for a second.
What committed crime?
Well, I don't know. Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
Am I being detained?
How old are you?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, come here.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
What crime have I committed?
Sit down.
Well, you tell me why we got a call for you guys.
We were just walking. We didn't do nothing. For what? This is a public sidewalk. What have you investigated?
Okay, you're not going to tell me how to do my job and my law.
Well, you're not doing it right because I ain't committed no crime.
How old are you?
I'll answer questions.
Well, you juvenile with me, right?
What crime have I committed?
Oh, you're already in handcuffs. Perfect. How old are you?
I don't answer questions.
All right. There you go. Under arrest.
For what?
Pushing curfew. You look like you're underage.
The officers check the men's ID and find that they are both of legal age.
So far, I don't like any of them.
I don't like you either. Who are you servicing?
America thanks you for your service at Costco.
America doesn't thank you for your service. You a disgrace.
You're right.
Yeah, advise possible exposure.
Tavares police said
All right, y'all. We got another video pulled up. This is from Inspector Ray's channel, and it's when cops attack their own partners. You already knew. We just saw that interrogation where they were interrogating a cop who reported the chief for choking a citizen, and basically they were interrogating him and trying to lead him to not tell the truth about the situation. But yeah, so we got this one pulled up. Let's see.
Moments when police officers attacked their partner, starting with the police sergeant who beat up his police chief. This entire confrontation began on November 9th, 2023, when Bradley Beach police officers stopped a car for a possible DUI. Unexpectedly, their department chief, Leonard Guida, arrived at the traffic stop intoxicated.
Now you got a jacket on that stuff fit to be worn. What's on the back of it?
What do you mean?
Look at the, tell me what's on the back of it.
It washed off.
Yeah, then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
You're a sergeant for that.
Okay, chief. Let me work this DWI, okay?
The department's chief pulled aside the sergeant in charge of the traffic stop due to an issue with a peeled-off jacket imprint. However, as the sergeant complied and resumed his DUI investigation, the chief decided he wasn't finished scolding the sergeant yet, leading to a very heated encounter.
Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me. You have a problem? Fuck. You grabbed me. What? Now get out of here before you get a problem.
Take him in. Take him.
No, you're going to go in. Talk again.
The officer's comments about the chief being drunk again revealed that this wasn't the first time the chief had pulled a ridiculous stunt like this. You might expect the chief to sulk and leave with his tail between his legs, but that assumption would be mistaken as he proceeded to do something even worse.
Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're going to get locked up.
No,
Chief, you're going to get locked up. You grabbed me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Let him go.
That's the first thing.
I'm trying to get away from everybody.
Shut up, because you're in trouble now. Stop,
No, I'm not
please,
in trouble.
Stop,
I'm not in
stop,
trouble.
stop.
You're going to be in trouble.
Stop,
You're gonna be
Billy,
in trouble.
Billy.
Chief, I'm working at
listening to
DWI.
you. I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Shut up.
No.
You're in trouble because this is the first thing. First of all, I was about to say to you, you stupid. I was about to say to you, what do you need OEM for?
You're embarrassing me in front of the men about the jacket.
No. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real fucking problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene, okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
No.
Listen to me.
Grab me.
No, I said
You were
come
out of
over
line.
here.
You're out of line. You grabbed me. It's on
Billy,
video.
Billy,
It's on video. I'm not going to argue with it. I have a crash
Billy,
to work.
Billy,
I have a job
Billy,
to do.
you're relieved. Billy, you're relieved.
No, Chief.
No, Billy. Please, Billy. Don't. You're suspended, Billy.
I'm suspended?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm suspended. I'm going home.
Yes. Billy, come here.
I'm going home. We can't talk. I'm suspended.
No.
No, I'm suspended. I'm going
to headquarters
home.
and you're going to wait for me there.
No, I'm not. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
You're going to headquarters and wait for me there.
Well, let me work my craft. This is why I'm here.
Billy, you're suspended.
All right, if I'm suspended, then I'm not going to wait inside. More.
No, Billy. You have to. Let me explain something. Billy, you're suspended.
As the sergeant began to leave the scene, the police chief, clearly on a power trip, escalated his unruly behavior by intimidating other junior officers into giving false testimonies.
See what happened there?
Yes, Chief.
What happened?
There's some type of exchange between you and Sergeant.
We're going to talk about that later. Everybody's got that. Billy's suspended.
Unfortunately for the chief, his powers failed him as he was placed on administrative leave pending investigations into his actions that day by the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office. The sergeant resumed work the following day. In the next case, the aggressive police sergeant nearly choked his junior colleague to death. On November 19th, 2021, while making an arrest on a resisting suspect, Sunrise Police Sergeant Christopher Pulleys did something completely unbelievable as the suspect continued to defy orders.
Watch your head getting into the car.
Miss, can you stop pulling the car?
Just get in the car and you'll be fine.
Get in the car. Get in the car.
Put in the car. Oh my wrist.
Once you get in the car, she'll let go.
So what you said it's running?
So just get in the car.
She's gonna break my wrist.
All right, just get in the car.
You gotta just tell her to stop.
Okay, get in the car.
Get in the car.
Just get in the car.
All right, I'm getting in.
Get your feet in.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
You want to play games?
You play with the wrong mother. You gotta do, man. You gonna mace me.
Look at me, mother. You want to play games? You ever get this?
This one was wow. What is he on?
Disrespectful with my officers. I will remove your soul from your body.
He's a sergeant. This is a sergeant right here.
Do what you gotta do.
No.
Look how he do.
Do what you gotta do.
No. Just let it be.
I don't understand that.
We clear? Yes, sir. And I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Even this officer's colleagues weren't exempted from his wrath, as a junior officer who tried to intervene to protect the suspect ended up being choked, threatened, and nearly pepper sprayed. However, the officer faced serious consequences for his actions. He was charged with battery and assault on a law enforcement officer, assault on a civilian, and tampering with evidence by deleting texts threatening officers who witnessed the incident to remain silent. The officers in the next incident didn't attack a fellow colleague, but treated an Army lieutenant who had just returned from serving his country in the most despicable manner.
I can't believe being treated like this. Lay down, you're gonna get paid.
While returning from deployment, U.S. National Guard B. Lieutenant Karen Nazario was pulled over by Officer
Lieutenant
Daniel Crocker of the Windsor Police Department in Virginia for a potential license plate violation. Instead of stopping on the dark roads, Lieutenant Nazario drove to a gas station to pull over, a decision that angered the officers and led to a highly tense and ultimately disastrous encounter.
Put your hands out the window and turn the vehicle off. Put your hands out the window. He's not complying, Judge.
Come around your side.
Let me see your hands. How many occupants are in the vehicle?
What's going on?
How many occupants are in your vehicle?
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
Open the door slowly and step out. Open the door.
I'm not getting out the vehicle. What's going on?
Get out the car.
Keep your hands outside the window.
My hands are right here. What's going on?
Get out of the car now.
Get out of the car.
What's
now.
going on?
Get out of the car now.
The lieutenant's hesitation to exit his car was understandable, considering the officer's aggressive demeanor and the fact that they had their weapons drawn and pointed.
Imagine if you just hop out the car and now you full of bullet holes. I wouldn't just get out my car either.
pointed at him.
Get out of the car now!
I'm serving this country, and this is how I'm treated.
Yo, what? Guess what? I'm a veteran too. I don't know, babe. Get out of the car.
What's going on?
Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car. You received an order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
What's
Get
going
out.
on? What
Get
did
out
I
the
do?
car. Get out now.
I have not committed any crimes.
You're being stopped for traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest
for traffic.
You're being detained. Okay? You're being detained for obstruction of justice.
The officers escalated the incident further when they aimed their firearms directly at the lieutenant's face and tried to forcibly enter his vehicle. It didn't end there. The situation escalated even further when the other cop, Officer Gutierrez, decided to physically engage with the lieutenant.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me, please. Get your hands off me.
You know what? Back up there.
I didn't do anything. Don't do that.
Sir, get out of the car now.
Do that.
Hey, get out of the car now.
Don't do. I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk.
Get out. Just get out of my
Relax.
car.
Can you please relax? I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're gonna treat me. I didn't do anything. Whoa, hold on.
Okay,
What's going on? Hold on. Watch it.
So, really, they pulled him over for no reason. Now they pepper sprayed him and his dog for no reason. Could you imagine being in a situation like this and mad that people don't just flip out? Look at this. This man pulled to the gas station, put his arms out the window the whole time. He never resisted.
And for us, he's deployed. Get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
How you doing this?
That's
Sir, just get out of the car.
I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car and get on the ground now. Get it. Take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car.
The lieutenant was treated in a deplorable manner, but this was just the beginning of their mistreatment, as these unruly officers had more tricks up their sleeves.
Get on the ground and get sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get
going on?
on the ground. Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me
Get on
about
the
what's
ground.
going
Get on the ground.
Why am I being treated like this? Why?
You're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
This is really, come on, sir. Sir, what? Just this is really, this is tough.
Lay flat.
This is tough. I can't believe I'm being treated like this. And I'm
Lay down and you're gonna get tased.
Put your hands on your back. This is tough.
I agree. All you had to do was listen.
The officer's voice was shaky, and he appeared to be in tears from the treatment he was enduring. The officers then proceeded to have a conversation with him, an action they should have taken.
Listen, you want to skip this ad. I would too. But what if I told you there's a skip ads for everybody?
Initially.
Can you open up the window for my dog? I hear him choking. Can you open up the window, please?
Yes. Yes, we will.
Why is it so hard? It's dark over there. Those areas are dark. I did not feel comfortable.
Hold on. You felt more comfortable here, okay? Coming here was not the problem. The problem is when you refuse to get out of the car. When we got here and you stepped out of the car, I can promise you this would have been over by now. Tell me what happened. Why wouldn't you comply?
I looked out the mirror and I saw guns drawn. I put my hands out.
And we told you, we identified ourselves, told you to step out of the vehicle, and all you had to do is comply. And we'd have been done by now, okay?
The officers proceeded to search the lieutenant's truck, only to find it was squeaky clean. Realized
Search his truck for what? So now they pulled him over for no reason, pepper spray him illegally, and illegally searched his truck. Insane. Insanity. Why would they do this? How do you get in a position like this and you don't have, it seemed like you don't have common sense anymore.
they had made a mistake.
Or human sense, I have to say.
The officers immediately went into damage control mode.
How's your eyes doing, Lieutenant? Better. We can either sit here with you until you get your eyes back where you can see, and I mean at a good distance to your safety drive.
Yeah. The thing is, they know when they do or don't have probable cause. And if they're dumb enough to think that pulling in a gas station is probable cause to tase somebody and not tase them, but pepper spray them and attack them and take them out the car, pepper spray his dog, and search his vehicle when there was no reason to even pull him over to begin with.
Drive, okay? Go do your deployment. Go continue serving my country, which I respect and I thank you for, okay? Or we can push the issue, write you tickets for no license plate displayed and for obstruction of justice. I don't think we need to go that route because that route makes the Army get involved, and I know how they are. But if you plan on making a career or even 6 years or whatever, it's up to you. I don't care. There's no need getting this on your record.
I do have a good rapport with my command, so I wouldn't feel right not talking to them about it. So
that's entirely. I'll put it this way then for you. They're going to hear from you.
The officer's tactics failed as the lieutenant filed a lawsuit immediately after the incident. He was initially awarded $3,650 in damages, but subsequently filed an appeal in court. In the next case, both the sheriff and the sergeant threatened to arrest each other.
You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you. Yeah, I'll arrest you right now. Do it, buddy. And we're going to do it. Charges. Do it. Your ignorance. Do it.
On June 24th, 2022, Sergeant James of the Hiawassee Police Department conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle after observing it driving recklessly in Hiawassee, Georgia.
Good evening. How are you doing? Doing well in yourself?
I'm doing all right.
What's your hurry? You're very recklessly from the city all the way here, man. In and out of traffic, not using turn signal. Man, I watched you. It took me this long to catch up to you.
I'm sorry.
You were 70 plus.
I didn't think I was that bad.
I checked you at 65.
I'm sorry.
What's your hurry?
I got to get my medication.
So
Going to try to kill people over medication?
No, well, it helps with my anxiety.
If that car in front of you would have slammed on brakes, you would have caused a wreck right here. Hang tight.
Then Sergeant James handed a traffic citation to the driver, and that's when a Towns County sheriff walked up and began asking the driver his own questions. What happened next was quite amusing to watch.
All right, watch coming through town like that, man.
Oh, yeah,
Traffic's heavy, okay? All right, be careful.
Sir, got a question.
Come on, man.
Inside the city or out here? Just right here. Okay.
Go pull the video at the railroad. You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you.
Yeah. I'll arrest you right now.
Do it, buddy.
And we're going to
do it.
Charges.
Do it.
Your ignorance.
Do it. Do it, Ode.
Go for
it. There's cameras at the railroad. Cameras at Napa that see you pulled out.
Shut your mouth.
You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
Talk to you, boy. You a boy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Hiawassee Police and Sheriff's Departments have been at odds over jurisdiction recently. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is involved, along with the Towns County District Attorney's Office. However, it's not yet clear if those agencies have launched any formal investigation. The next case was fight for dominance, as officers from the tribal police clashed with jail officials over custody of a suspect.
Are you somebody with little...
On December 18th, 2023, officers from the Lighthouse Police Department, a tribal law enforcement unit, stormed the Okmulgee County Jail to serve an arrest warrant to a non-native man they had arrested a few days earlier, but they were met with utmost resistance.
I'm not taking.
You guys are taking them. I'm not taking it. County Central, do not roll my pre-booking to Sally Port door.
Oh, we can stay here all day.
That's what we're going to do until you take them out of my building.
I'm not taking it. Sir, I'm not taking it.
Yeah. I'm from Florida, and I know that it's always a bad experience. It's very rarely that you run into cops that really do a good job here. insane.
You're the one committing crime, not No, I'm not, sir. I have not accepted him in my facility yet.
While tribal law enforcement officers are responsible for
Open this.
What is going on?
As the tribal officers persisted in their attempt to gain entry, jail staff intervened, and the situation quickly escalated into a messy confrontation.
Are you somebody with little? You gotta put your hands on him.
No, don't put your
hands on me. Hands on the captain.
No, come on. Sir.
Nope.
Out of my building, gentlemen. You're gonna go with us, I promise.
See, you keep putting
hands off of me. Why don't you put your
That's called my deal.
You put your hands on me first.
Jackson, that's a few else. Not a lot of folks.
Your ass is going too.
They're refusing to take it.
Yeah, we don't recognize that you already exist.
Okay, it's the state of Oklahoma.
That's not an option.
It is a director saying they're not.
The director of fleet?
The tribal officers eventually had to back down and leave the prison premises, but later, an arrest warrant was issued for the prison staff on charges of assaulting a law enforcement officer. The next case was all about ego, and the situation nearly spiraled out of control.
You're not gonna talk about chief like that, sir. That's not gonna happen. You can get the out of my face. I don't give a who you are.
On January 30th, 2024, a Lexington police officer spotted a vehicle exceeding the speed limit. He quickly initiated a traffic stop and pulled the driver over. However, as he approached the driver, he was surprised by who he was dealing with.
Hello. Are you sure? I'm going to SWAT call out. Okay, so this could you do an E5 and a 55? I was going. Going where? Call out. Where are we going? SWAT call out right over here. I didn't know we had one. We have an armed guy barricaded in the house. Used to be a police officer. And where at? Right down here on. Here in Lexington? Yeah. We have an armed person, but we don't know about it. Okay, I'll call our chief and let him know.
The person caught speeding was Cleveland County Sheriff Chris Amison, who was hurrying to a SWAT call. Surprisingly, the Lexington Police Department was unaware of the situation, prompting the officer to call his chief to inquire about it. Just 4 minutes later, the officer arrived at the standoff. Accompanied by Lexington Police Chief Ronnie Johnson, Chief Johnson was visibly upset about being kept in the dark regarding the situation and soon expressed his frustration.
Tell me what the fuck is going on.
Right here.
Where's Captain Tom? Captain Hawk? Yeah. Where's Captain Hawk? We realized that I'd like to know what's going on in my own damn city. We would have notified you, sir. We would have? Yeah. Well, hold on. I've been down there at the PD all day. According to the call, it says Lexington was notified, they refused to respond because no one called. Okay, I don't know who the said that. First of all, sir, I know you're the chief. I'm just telling you, I don't appreciate all of this going on and nobody notified me a damn thing about it.
With tensions already high due to the standoff, the Cleveland County deputies started to walk away, but the Lexington police officer wearing the body camera was not finished.
Okay. I'm sorry, what's your name?
You want my ass later?
Sir. I am too. You're not going to talk about chief like that, sir. That's not going to happen. You can get the out of my face. I don't give a who you are. Okay? This is my county, too. Back up, man. Back up. No, you don't.
He don't. What the fuck's going on?
This is
like,
going to be good.
according
Okay?
to the call,
You need to stop.
Lexington PD was notified.
Chill out, back up. Everything's going to be okay. But you need to back up.
I get it that you can back up.
Negative.
But
this right here ain't what we're not going to be disrespectful. Okay? Sheriff, you need to back up out of my face, sir. You have no authority.
You're not going to tell me what to do, mother. You're not going to get in my sheriff's face. Just like you told me.
Get your hands off me, man. Back up, John.
Hey, pull him back. No, he just came up in my face and said the same
He's
shit.
getting ready to go to jail.
Stop.
He's getting ready to go to jail.
Stop.
You need to back off. This is our operation. This is our county. Understand?
Oh, yeah. Perfectly clear.
Okay.
Perfectly clear. Come on. Let's run that.
Chief Johnson stepped in to pull his officer back, and Sheriff Amison told them to leave. The situation did not escalate further, but it appears that both agencies have some underlying issues. If you enjoy videos like this, please like, subscribe, and watch this one.
Say goodbye to Slack because chat's
All right. It's wild, man. So we got another video pulled up, and this one is from the NBC News channel, and the title is "Body Cam Shows Florida Officer Overdose During Drug Screen." So cop gets on the scene, on the drug scene, and overdoses on the drugs.
Exposure.
Tavares police said they're releasing this difficult footage of an officer who is now doing okay as a warning about how dangerous fentanyl can be. Courtney Sullivan with the Tavares Police Department said Officer Courtney Bannock found drugs on a passenger during a traffic stop Monday night.
She said she just barely opened it, saw that it was, narcotics, closed it quickly.
Sullivan said Bannock wore gloves as she always did. The officers agreed to test the substance back at the department, trying to avoid exposure because it was windy.
Next thing you know, she was trying to key up on the radio, and you could hear in the radio traffic almost like she was choking.
We just once, it sounded weird.
Sullivan said the officers found Bannock in and out of consciousness. They got Bannock out of the car and ran to get the emergency medication Narcan.
He's ODing, Narcan.
A small window to get to the hospital and to get the care that you need.
Get an ambulance. You're good, Courtney. You're good.
She's breathing.
Hey, stay with me, okay?
The body camera footage shows Officer Bannock reviving, even talking.
It's a dollar bill.
Not long after, she's passed out again.
They administered a third Narcan.
Officer Bannock survived.
The biggest thing that Officer Bannock in general really wants others to take away from this, so that these drugs are dangerous. They're dangerous for not only yourself, but others surrounding you.
We're told the officer is at home recovering, and she believes the wind did contribute to her overdose. Police also say that the person involved will likely face felony charges, but they're still investigating. In Tavares, Anika Hope, West 2 News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news.
All right. That was a wild situation. But now we got Agent Martin channel, and this is titled "When Good Cops Stand Up to Corrupt Cops." We already know this is gonna be crazy. You already know how they react to anybody. It's like an ego battle. Battle of the egos. And this was put out in April of this year, and it has over 11 million views.
call. Okay, so this Polio, could you do an 85 and a 55? I was going where? Call out. Where we going? The SWAT call out right over here. I didn't know we had one. We have an armed guy barricaded in the house. Used to be a police officer. And where at? Right down here on. Here in Lexington? Yeah. We have an armed person we don't know about.
The individual caught speeding was a Cleveland County sheriff, Chris Amazon, who was hurrying to a SWAT call. Surprisingly, the Lexington Police Department were unaware of this situation. That's when the officer went over to contact the police chief, inquiring about the situation.
All right, I'll call our chief and let him know. 301 next. According to the Cleveland County Sheriff, we have a hostage situation at that location.
Moments later, the Lexington police chief, Ronnie Johnson himself, appeared on the scene as he seemed visibly upset for being kept unaware of the incident. Soon, he was about to let out his anger.
Captain Hawk? Captain Hawk. Yeah. Where's the name? We realize that I'd like to know what's going on in my own city. We would have notified you, sir. We would have? Yeah. Well, hold on. I've been at the city. I've been down there to the PD all day. According to the call, it says Lexington was notified, they refused to respond according to our call. Okay, I don't know who the said that. First of all, sir, I know you're the chief. I'm just telling you, I don't appreciate all of this going on and nobody notified me about it.
Okay. I'm sorry, what's your name?
As the chief vented out his frustration, Deputy Szymanski attempted to interject, which the officers didn't like and went over to confront him.
Sir, I am too. You're not going to talk about chief like that, sir. That's not going to happen.
$453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without relying on.
You can get the out of my face. I don't give a who you are. Okay? This is my county, too.
Back up, man. Back up. No, you don't. This is going to be good.
According to the call,
you need to stop. Chill out. Back up. Everything's going to be okay. But you need to back up.
I get it that
you can back up. Negative.
Deputy Szymanski didn't hold back and had no respect for his compatriots. He then proceeded to do something which escalated the already tense situation.
This right here ain't what
we're not going to be disrespectful. Okay? Sheriff, you need to back up out of my face, sir. You have no authority.
You're not going to tell me what to do, You're not going to get in my sheriff's face, just like you told me.
Your hands off me, man. Back up, John.
Pull him back. No, he just came over my face and said the same
Go to jail.
Stop.
He's getting ready to go to jail.
Stop.
This is our operation. This is our county. Understand?
Oh, yeah. Perfectly clear. Perfectly clear. Come on. Let's run now.
I want that lieutenant's name so I can put his hands on me.
Following the altercation, Chief Johnson and the officer decided to depart the scene, leaving the incident to the sheriff's department. Johnson later came on media to assert that this wasn't the first instance the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office kept him out of the loop. The Cleveland County Sheriff's Office also took notice of the sad incident and released a statement where they expressed remorse over the incident and also attempted to provide a context for the actions of their deputy. We can only hope for an honest investigation, but given that the investigation is being held within the department, our expectations for a positive and just outcome are limited. However, this wasn't the first time there was a dispute between police officers and sheriff deputies, as this one inside a jail was even more intense.
Them goddamn supervisors can. I understand. I get that. So I can get the out the way.
On July 16, 2022, several Columbus police officers arrived at the Muskogee County Jail with their detainees, only to find out that they were not welcome inside. A day ago, the jail run by the Sheriff's County Office decided to change the first-come, first-served policy and instead decided to book deputies prisoners, then state troopers, and then the police officers. The officers, however, without any prior knowledge of this fact, were left stranded outside the building.
Hey, Snipes, they're still denying us. God bless America. They won't let us in.
They won't let y'all in. They won't let me in.
Ain't that right?
No, you go in there before us. I'm gonna raise hell.
Watch this.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna file a complaint, a legitimate complaint. That might look good. Mean bun. Go at home.
Central. SB1, please.
Lieutenant Nesser about to get a complaint. 100%. That is the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hey.
As a sheriff's deputy arrived on the spot, he straight away cut the line and went inside. The officers, who were already pretty tense, were agitated seeing this behavior, prompting another deputy to come out and explain everything.
Wait a minute.
Don't yell it. Don't start yelling. Hey, come on. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna file a complaint.
That's fine. That's fine. Good. How are you? Tell y'all have directives. I have directives. Sheriff says ain't nobody coming in. Only 5 at a time. SON, GSP has priority.
So SO has priority, even
GSP and then you guys. I mean, this is beyond my control. I don't have control, so don't yell at me. All right. As soon as that last one gets cleared, I'm going to bring in 5.
Hey, yeah, unless another SO unit shows up.
This is not my decision.
Every officer from the Columbus Police Department was extremely upset on this behavior, and they also made sure to let their feelings know.
Because I'm about to have a stroke.
Guess what? You want to?
This is a failure of justice.
And the jail does not like us, so we have 5 people sitting here outside waiting. It's wonderful. The sheriff is very pissed with us, okay? And he runs the jail, so.
Amidst this, one of the officers parked his car in a manner that blocked the deputy's vehicle, who had cut them off earlier. Now, this behavior was set to trigger the sheriff deputy, who was extremely flustered.
Wait, man, them goddamn supervisors can.
I understand. I get that.
So I can get the out the way. All right, so I got a call to go to. I can't go to the call because y'all want to play stupid ass childish game.
At this point, tensions were escalating as one of the officers even went ahead to grab his weapon. Deputy Adkins, on the other hand, was still trying to get the vehicle away so he could get out of the jail premises.
I'm gonna go get my stuff because this is getting stupid. I'm not gonna be de-armed outside of the jail.
You need to get somebody to get this goddamn car so I can get out. They want to play game. Y'all ain't letting them in, so they don't want to let me out. I hope I don't see you get your ass on the street because I'm gonna drive the by and you can tell your goddamn supervisor.
Excuse me, sir, would you like to earn income while you learn how to code?
Yeah, dog. Tell me more about that.
DevSlopes helps you earn income while learning how to code.
Everybody else I said that. Yeah. Do it. I'll see you in the car because I got a goddamn call to go to. You don't know who the goddamn car. Huh? Yeah. Don't stop for me. Don't stop for me. You know who?
As the Columbus police officers refused to move the car aside, the sheriff's deputies had to contact their chief in an attempt to find a resolution.
I don't know, but I'm probably gonna quit. This is so stupid.
Back it up so we don't have to bring his ass.
Listen, man, I'm only doing what my supervisor told me. I understand. This is ridiculous, and I hate that I'm dealing with this shit. But you're gonna have to talk to the sergeant over there.
No, I'll be talking to the chief. Hey, Chief, I'm sorry. We got a situation over here. We got CPD won't let our guys out, and they're about to go to blows. I'm asking your CPD officer to back up his car, and he's saying that his supervisor told him not to let it.
And again, no one on our side is threatening.
We're having a tit for tat over here. Hold on. Roll down your window.
The situation was starting to get heated up as more and more pressure was being put on the poor officer who had been assigned to block the deputy's car. Meanwhile, additional police calls were coming in, which they kept on ignoring.
We gotta stop playing these games. This is retarded.
Yes.
I know most of us are kind of at a standstill. Do I have anybody on Forest Road reference to 7511?
Hey, Sarge, we got it.
We're all standing on the wall of the jail.
Who car is it? Hey, move your car, bro.
Fantastic.
All right, I'm get who your sergeant is.
Hey, he's with the chief.
Okay.
Sarge, he's with the chief. He's with the chief. Sarge.
What's your name?
Got there and started rolling up and they shut it right before I got there.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I hear you. What is it? Sally Port. Yes, sir. So go ahead and back it up. Back it up. All right.
Just as it seemed the officer might cause the matter to end, the sergeant stormed out, refusing to reconcile with the sheriff's deputies.
Hey, Fairbanks, no. Stay right there, man.
Hey, Sarge. Now your sergeant over here telling him not to move.
His locker.
Chief said he's not moving. We got to get somebody over here. We got to put this. Take care of the section. This ain't respectful.
Hey, they got my guy locked in. What I got to do with this shit? Like,
I don't want to fight. Everybody in.
The situation was heating up, and a supervisor had to calm his deputies down as he moved them in. Maybe the police officers seemed to have overreacted. Well, this female officer clearly had a different perspective on the matter.
I try to get through, and they immediately halfway open it, shut it on me, and I hear through there's a deputy standing behind the radio. That female officer's trying to get into the door. Do not let her in that door. Do not let any officer through that door.
from PD.
From the jailer. The jailers are saying that through their radio. So they won't even let us through the door. There's one person inside there, and now they let the sheriff, they booked the sheriff guys out. And he's like screaming at us to move our vehicles. They won't even let any of our guys in. They won't book any of our guys. They won't even let us in to use the bathroom. Nothing. Nothing.
I think this is where.
This is it.
This is as bad as it can get.
Like, we can't principle someone's crime, man.
It appeared that the jail, which came under the jurisdiction of the sheriff's office, might have gone against the police officers, as they were visibly upset by the treatment.
This guy's got a call, but then my sergeant's telling me not to move.
Right. I have this.
And then when I started backing up, he told me to stop and get me.
What about arrested all of them for not doing their job?
Right. Okay.
This is
crazy.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the keys in there, dude. I really not wanting to be a part of to get charged with a crime, dude, for a stand, dude. I'm telling you right now, bro.
I'm transferring.
Possession Schedule 2, obstruction, and drug-related objects.
So far, it's all felons. All right. Get in your car, pull your feet outside the car.
The officers stood and waited outside the jail for hours, but nothing seemed to work in their favor. Dejected by this behavior, they decided to take their prisoners to 6th Avenue.
Man, damn court date and let me go to court.
All CPD prisoners at the jail, see me out there on in between the street, between the building of the SO and the CPD. We'll have our meeting there. Let's have a seat. Watch your head, okay?
This is sad, man. They doing this shit.
Watch your legs, okay?
And also said he was going to ram the car. So. Oh yeah, he said he was going to ram the car. So I mean,
he's going to pass right by, so if he ever sees us getting our ass beat on the street.
This is rock bottom.
Eventually, the police officers had to release their prisoners with a court summons, requiring
The average person sees around 10,000 online ads daily. Here's how a man's life would change if he used
inmates to return to court later this month. It was indeed a sad incident to view. And what's even more troubling is the fact that during this encounter, a robbery was taking place, and none of the officers even attempted to reach there. Later, however, the sheriff and the Columbus police chief met and set aside their differences. The sheriff also released a statement claiming that their relations are still intact, and both of them have continued to work together to this day. Well, that was a tough night, but what happens when a police officer is caught breaking the law by his superiors?
I can't go right there. You're going now. Okay, well, what if I don't?
we gonna have a problem.
It all began on January 13th, 2021, when a distressed caller informed the Bossier City Police Department about a police unit being driven erratically. She also claimed that the driver almost hit the mailbox and swerved into the opposite lanes as well. Moments later, 2 supervisors from the police department contacted the driver and went over to talk to him in a grocery store parking lot.
I was a driver. Driving fine, they pulled a little bit to the right. Other than that, unless I drop something, whatever, hit the curb or whatever, or in the middle of the line, but I was all around the car if you like. So you got off? You got off at 6 o'clock today? I did. I got 2 kids. Did you get straight to bed or just good? No, I did. So you've been up since last night? I have.
The driver was found to be the off-duty police officer, Travis Coker. As one of the supervisors went over to search Coker's car, he discovered something suspicious.
Adderall? What is it? The Exotram? Exotram? Yeah. They call it the business. So you take a couple days? No, not today. No. Not a one. That's right. I gave that to him.
So you think you're good to go for driving?
Oh, 100%. Look, no, I know. And that's why I've been shooting. I'm trying to get everything ready. Got home, got the kids in the school bus, met Daddy, got all that situation, just trying to pick the house up. He didn't use the prescription. He can't walk. So I'm sitting there waiting.
Coker claimed to be completely okay and had not taken any meds that day. That's when the supervisor came back and proposed a simple test to him. But Coker appeared hesitant, signifying that he might be guilty.
I got a sick kid. I can't. That's why I'm trying to get back to it. I'm trying to get Daddy's prescription. Can't go on. I'll be glad to come there just a little bit.
But I don't feel safe driving like that.
Can I get somebody to come get me? I promise you, Lieutenant Captain, I am fine. If I hit something, it was dropping my phone. It ain't the switch.
Well, listen to me. You're going to have to go this route, what I just told you.
Okay, I'm saying I can't do that right now.
You don't have no other choice. I'm telling you that right now.
Officer Coker wanted to dodge the drug test, and despite the supervisor's multiple requests, he remained intact.
All due respect. I get off. I have obligations to time. That's why I couldn't go tonight. But I'm making it work. But I have to get back on it. Captain, I can't go right there.
You're going now.
Okay, well, what if I don't?
What is wrong with him? I don't know what gives these people this attitude. I just don't understand it. Why would you be this turned up for no reason?
We're gonna have a problem.
What's the problem?
And for them to just talk to people any type of way is absolutely ridiculous. Even if they actually suspect him of being on drugs, whatever, you still can handle this situation better. All they know is escalation. They aren't taught how to de-escalate.
You probably finished administrative leave.
For what? Because I can't go right to sleep because I'm on my off time.
Listen to me. You're operating.
I wasn't even driving.
Coker.
The captain, I love you to death. I mean,
but you put me in a bad spot.
Captain, I'm in the only spot I can be in, man. I'm trying to take care of my family.
You're gonna have to go with him, man.
I can't go there right now, Captain.
Coker insisted that he wasn't ready for the test at that moment. However, he assured them that he'd return to the department after he paid a visit back home. But the officers weren't too pleased with his behavior.
If you was in your POV, and listen, I would be. Listen to the shop. If you was in your POV, we wouldn't be out here right now. I know that. But you in the city vehicle. Right. And it's her word against. She got some videotape. Listen to me.
This is not court. This is an administrative deal.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
20, 180. That's how many clients I'm going to get you, and that's how many days it's going to take me to do it.
Anybody
somebody's out here, police. Like I said, if I drop my phone over the line, I'm not out now. Yes, sir. But I have to get to. Give me 35 minutes. I'll come back. They can't do that. Can't do that. Okay, well, can I get somebody to come get me? No, you gotta come with us. If you refuse, you're not gonna have no choice but to put you on administrative. And what does that mean? That means that we have to take your gun, take your badge, and then we gotta go to the chief's office.
The supervisors even threatened to have him placed on leave if he failed to comply with them. Despite this threat, Coker remained adamant about returning home.
Are you gonna take the test, or you're not gonna take the test? I will take the test today. I just can't take it right this second.
So here's the deal, to make it perfectly clear. What he's explaining to you is that he and the captain are giving you an order, being in patrol administration, okay? You're under their command that you have to submit to reasonable suspicion testing.
What is the reasonable suspicion?
This is not for debate. Listen,
I'm just saying, explain to me.
Coker, you're arguing. Look,
I'm asking.
Okay,
don't worry about it. He's been police. It's not a Texas. If you don't understand what we're saying right now, you're not going to understand what we're saying. Okay, so we just think
One of the supervisors reached a breaking point as he was surprised to see the level of ignorance being shown by an officer.
He said, you got to go for reasonable suspicion. There's something. You got to go. I can't go right this second. Can you give me 30 minutes? And we're gonna make sure whatever your family needs are, we'll make sure those family needs are taken care of. I have to take care of. My mother died 2 weeks ago. I have a daddy that I didn't ask for this. Captain, I'm not trying to make your job hard. None of y'all's job hard. Y'all know me. You're doing a good job making it hard, bro. I mean, I'm not making mine hard because I got nothing said I had to go home and go to sleep. Am I gonna go to sleep? Yeah. But I have to think that's the night thing. I told you, I'm juggling it the best I can. The very best I can. I go to work every day. I'm there at 10 o'clock. Are you going to submit to the testing or not? I will go to any test y'all want me to go to. Just give me just a little bit of time. Can't do that. I will grab a POV back there.
At this point, it was adamantly clear that Mr. Coker was just being dishonest as he was creating stuff, something which he continued to do so in the next few minutes.
Yeah, here we are. And you said you got family that I do. I got family. I'm on my off day. Yeah, I understand that. You in our car. But I am in your car, which I was not driving when y'all pulled up. Okay. But it's somebody that don't like the police, Captain. Is there something wrong with the car?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't. It's not a DWI.
Right, I know it's not. I ain't drinking drive. You know you're not getting back in the car to drive. That's fine. I'm gonna get my stuff out of it. When? Right now. It's my stuff. I can believe I can get it. It's my personal stuff. Take a chance of being terminated. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. But over what, Captain? Because right now, the way you acting, we're trying to do our job. We're trying to be something. You all being respectful. I'm being as respectful as I can be. Are you going? Yes or no? Captain, I have an obligation at home. I'm off. I'm not going right now. It's a yes or no answer. I'm not going right now. Okay. When I get my personal stuff out of my car, I guarantee we can look around and everybody's broke policy. Okay. They got body cameras on? No. That's against policy.
Seeing the situation deteriorate and the supervisors not granting him any leverage, Mr. Coker started to get confrontational and even rude at times.
Listen, you don't understand, Coker. I got the keys to the car. I need that money. We're going to get my money. We're going to get your money. Nobody trying to keep your money from you. Nobody going to keep your money. Well, why can't I get it now? Step to the front part. You can get it from me. Stand in front of that.
Good, how are you?
Oh, now I'm in trouble now?
No.
Well, I didn't stand in front of the damn vehicle because I said so. That's what. So who are you to say so? You ain't no right to me today. At this point, I don't trust you. I don't care if you trust me or not. I don't want you near me. That's fine. I don't want you near me. How about that? I'm not under arrest. Can you grab my bucket of dip sitting out there on the seat, please?
There's no possible explanation as to why would Coker be so against the test, apart from the fact that he knew he was under the influence of a substance.
Y'all treat me like shit. Ain't mad at none of y'all. We gotta treat you like anything, Coker. We had a complaint. We gotta see through it. But you're hindering us from doing what we gotta do. Y'all really think that I'm gonna do? Come on, man. I've got none of my prescriptions out of the car that I have to take daily.
I've told you. They've given you a direct order. You have to go submit to chemical testing. Why? Under what ground? They don't have to have grounds. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Did I get pulled for a random? It doesn't matter. Then take it up with your attorney and civil service. I suggest you do. I've already read it. I know what
However, the officers did settle with Mr. Coker as he was allowed to call someone to pick him up and eventually leave the area. Despite this, the heated altercation between the officers showed no signs of stopping.
You don't have to get escalated because the thing is you're OJ. Okay? And you might have some car, but you don't have it. Okay? And I'm just going to cut and drive. Okay? I think I'm good. Okay?
I feel genuinely nervous to release this to the public. If you are a coach, a service provider, or you sell any kind of high-ticket program,
Tell me, don't get too close. Then back up on me. I'm right here. Okay? I'm not just stand right there. I don't stand right there. I'm just saying, I don't want this thing to escalate. How's it going to escalate? You tell me. I don't want you to get too close to me. That's what I'm not. You tell me how it's going to escalate. I'm hoping it don't escalate. But what would it escalate to? I don't know. I'm just telling you. I'll let them know that it's going to escalate because I'm standing on the curb. I don't want it to escalate. Yeah. I know you don't.
They trained on escalation. That's all they trained to do. Escalate everything. That's why they're asking about, oh, you're saying, oh, I don't want things to escalate. That's because they're trained to escalate. And it's a lot that's saying he don't want things to escalate. That's all they look for.
Officer Coker put his entire career in jeopardy, but refused to go with the officers and give a simple test. It's strange how a law enforcement officer would disregard his job like this.
And the thing is, this is how they are. So once they get that badge and they think everything is good to go at that point, no matter if they're doing bad or no matter if they're doing bad or not.
I understand.
Realize one thing. If you could stop in 1 second, just think. This whole time, while we sit up here going through everything that we've gone through, you not want to go.
It's not wanting to go. Captain, I go to space where you want me to. You know that. That I have no hard feelings towards anybody. I don't know what was said that I swerved. If I dropped my phone, I swerved over to the side, I'm sorry. I'm giving that. I really am. I don't want any. I work with every one of you, especially you. I don't want any.
Yeah, and I have no issue with you. Right. I don't, but I have.
You doing your job? I know. I
have a job to do, and everything and all the sequence of events that have taken place today. Lord knows I hate it.
Meanwhile, Coker's ride came up, and that's when he decided to make it up with the officers involved. Nevertheless, it was still strange and disheartening to witness a police officer behaving like this towards his superiors. It raises the question that if that's how he is with them, how he would even behave with the general public.
Hey, you get to the station?
Yeah, go ahead, tell me. I already talked to something.
Coker left the area and he was immediately placed on administrative leave, and an internal investigation was launched into the case. After a few weeks, the investigation found Coker guilty and he was fired from his job. Well, that brings us to the end of our video. Today, we got to witness 3 cases where law enforcement officers were fighting amongst themselves, trying to get one up over the other. It's truly disheartening to see the cops making a joke about themselves, especially in the first 2 cases. It raises the question of their inflated egos and asks the question of how would they fare against civilians if they weren't being respectful to their compatriots. If you have this,
Absolute insanity. Even if they're absolutely wrong, they feel like they can get away with anything. And that seems to be enforced by the thin blue line. But that's going to be it for this stream. If you haven't already, go ahead and grab my book. I'm going to go ahead and drop that again. Yeah. So if you haven't already, go ahead and grab my book. It's on Amazon. Eyes on Authority: How to Hold Public Servants Accountable from the streets to the screen. Document the fight for freedom. Yeah, I appreciate y'all being here. I think maybe tomorrow or a little bit later, I'm going to do a stream where it's not me just looking at videos. Even though I do look at these videos, but I want to talk to y'all about what are y'all thoughts on the post that I'm posting on my page, on my channel. But with that being said, AWB, I'm out. All right, what they say, interdimensional cat and ST frog dog. And survive 2025. I appreciate y'all for being here.